Hi, my name is Ginger of Tarot by Ginger, and I'm going to read the tarot, do a tarot reading for Cancer for the month of December 2021. The decks I'm using are the ETA Oracle, Emerging Toronto Artists Oracle deck, and I'll pull 3 of these cards for the energy of the month for you, Cancer. And the tarot deck I'm using is the Artist Inner Vision Tarot, and these are both independent artist decks, and I'll be using these for your reading today. So thank you for visiting my page. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that little bell notification if you think of it to be notified of the next readings that come out. Okay, I do a card of the day. I've been doing that for about 3 weeks now, maybe a month, and people seem to enjoy them, so I hope you do too. Okay, let's go with the reading for Cancer for December 2021. What energies will be at the forefront for you, Cancer? Okay. I just silently called in my spirit guides to help me offer accurate and concise readings for you, Cancer. So the first card I have for you is Submerge. We'll see what that's all about. Submerge. Enchanted. Cancer can be very enchanting. Let's see what that really means. Looks like a gift. And oh, interesting. Many other signs have received this card this month. Okay, that's about not letting people push your buttons. Okay, or why do people push our buttons? As they do, as they love to do. So submerge, let's see what this card means. Okay. All right. Okay. Submerge is a card that speaks about the need for shadow work, to drive within, see the darker, more predatory aspects of oneself, and to understand our hidden strengths. All right, the imagery depicts a figure submerged in water with eyes similar to a cat, which may suggest night vision. Octopus tentacles are worn as a crown reaching upwards, and there are 6 fish that appear to be betta fish, which is a freshwater fish, unlike the octopus, suggesting perhaps one or the other is out of their usual element. Okay, there's a little betta fish in there. As a water card, this piece speaks to the emotional level of our consciousness and is associated with loves, feelings, relationships, and connections. When this card appears in readings, it is a suggestion for you to take steps to fully immerse yourself in the experience. Embrace the lesson it has to offer you. Reconnect with and honor your primal self while understanding that it requires you to dive into a darker place first in order to see the light. Okay, that's going within. The last card is about understanding how and why people push our buttons. And I like to say, don't forget that although we have our triggers, we don't have to respond defensively or angrily. No response is often a good response. And just observing what it is that's triggering us and then asking, why does that bother me? And do I need to change something? Is it something that makes me feel ashamed? Probably, right? So it's pointing out what needs to be worked on. This submerged card is pointing out that something does need to be worked on. Okay. And then the center card is called Enchanted. And let's see what that's about. Enchanted. All right. All right, when this card appears in readings, ask yourself what objects have power over you or have convinced you that you cannot embody certain qualities without it. Consider how to take back your power by reversing the spell. Yep. It's sort of like, tarot cards, they're not a crutch for me, but they're a gateway tool to my higher self, to my ability to channel, to my ability to connect as a medium. But I don't need to use them. They're just there for my use. The cards are there for my use if I choose to use them. So is this crown. So what is it in your life that you feel is necessary in order for you to be a person who you embrace fully? What's missing? What do you think is missing from your life? Because that's what is also setting off these triggers. And one thing about Cancer is that Cancer is pretty good at telling themselves stories about themselves, about what their emotions really mean. And I just say, really? Really? What, are you really telling the truth to yourself? Because I kind of feel like you're telling yourself a story. So what kind of stories are you telling yourself that where you need certain crutches or certain things, certain personas, facades? What do you need to, what's the mask you're wearing? I'm getting that it's time to take off the mask. It's time to take off the mask and be the real you, right? So those are the energies for December. And my dog Ranger is here, and he's hungry. I can tell he's hungry, but it's not his time to eat yet. So why don't you go lay down? It's time to go lay down, Ranger. Go ahead, go lay down. Go lay down, Ranger. Good boy. He's a good boy. Very good. Go lay down. Okay. All right, so let's go with the tarot reading for Cancer. Let's see what are the spirit guides and archangels and the divine have for you to know about for December of 2021, Cancer. Okay. All right. First card is the Page of Swords. That's in the position of the basis of the reading. The Page of Swords, Princess of Swords. So this is a student learning about the Suit of Swords. What are the aspects of the Suit of Swords? Clarity, very intelligent energy. So it's all up here. The Suit of Swords is all about what's up in the head. How does my brain work? My thinking processes, how smart I am. Page of Swords is very smart. The card crossing it for good or bad is the Four of Wands, which is an energy of celebration. Could be marriage. Okay? Could be marriage. And then I have the Empress. So very nice. So the Empress is in the position of what has created this whole situation from the very beginning. What is the reason this scenario is now playing out? And it's the Empress. The Empress is very nurturing. She's the mother. She's the loving mother, the mother who gives us all and who wants us always to be happy, who wants to see us joyful and fulfilled and abundant, because that's what she is, and you are her offspring. She wants to see you be very happy and abundant. So that's the purpose of this reading. In your recent past, you have the Five of Wands. This is about conflict and likely on the job conflict, probably, on the job kind of conflict. Maybe you're asking for too much. Maybe it's not time yet for you to be asking for what you would like to receive yet. Or, yeah, I'm going to say that. It could also be that you're not working well with others, and this is about you. So it would be you not working well with others and not seeing the way to work with them so that they work for the best interests of all. Okay? Recent past. The overarching energy of this reading is the Eight of Wands, which is very fast movement. So things are going to happen like that really fast. In your future, we have the Six of Cups. This is an energy of nostalgia, of remembering really good times, loving times, happier times than now. Okay? A lot of times we perceive moments in our past as being better than they actually were for us. So that's a warning. That's a warning. Then we have the Page of Coins, and this is the card of great intuitive ability. In Cancer, you're one of the great ones, right? You have a lot of intuitive and psychic ability. So this is the student of, oh, I'm sorry, I'm thinking cups. Well, still. So, okay, I'm sorry. So you have the Princess of Coins, which would be the Page of Coins. Page of Coins is definitely the student possibly bringing in a message for you about the material world. This page lives in the material world, and it would be about the material world, and it would be good news coming your way. However, in relation to you, you would be the student. So where you were not able to resolve conflict and find a way to get people to work together, here it's saying that you are becoming the student of something having to do with this, because this conflict occurs out of our wanting it my way. Don't you understand? It has to be this way. Why, this is the way we need to do it. Not really wanting to accept other people's adjustments to your plan. But this card is saying, well, perhaps I need to pay attention to that. What do I have to learn from that situation? Because it brought me a lot of grief and pain. All right, the next card, which is the energy surrounding you at this moment, is the Princess of Wands. I like this. So you have the Princess of Cups, of Pentacles, and the Princess of Wands, which is the student of the passionate desire to learn and understand about things that are spiritual, to educate herself or himself, to be a truth seeker. So they're very, this sign, the sign of Wands, is very, very passionate about these things and seeks to learn, and will spend their lifetime learning about these things. So you're in the student mode right now. The next card is the Nine of Swords, and I call this the Nightmare card, and it's unnecessary worrying about things that have never and will likely not even happen. Oh, what a waste of our time, right? When you think about it, how much time, I know I've wasted a lot of times worrying about things that have never happened. Okay, so it's just a warning. Don't waste your time doing that. Your outcome is the Judgment card. So you have a higher calling. You're in a position at a time in your life when you're going to be in the spotlight. You're going to be doing work that puts you in a spotlight somehow. It can just be in a small group of people, but it's a leadership position. And it's work that really you desire to do, and you would love to do this work. It's going to come your way. If you allow it and receive it. Okay, there's always that. We don't have to allow and receive. We can, we can be real jerks, we humans, and miss a good opportunity just out of being a jerk. So, Ranger, relax. So those are the cards of your reading. And you know, that Judgment card, I see the mother here, the Empress at the bottom of the reading, and I feel her love and her hopes and wishes for the best for you. So what I'm getting here is that you are Cancer. However, there is a part of you that is very fiery and passionate, and doesn't like to take no for an answer. It's as though you know? I'm saying you kind of need to let that go. You kind of need to let that go. If you want a happy life, let that go and be open to what others bring to the table, because that's where your happiness is going to be. You are just as wonderful and powerful and great as anybody else who brings something to the table. However, the difference is nobody else is demanding. So there's a demanding nature about you coming up this month, Cancer. You know, that's why you're needing to look. You don't need a crown. You don't need a crown. You're wonderful just as you are. You don't need to wear any masks. You're beautiful and wonderful and amazing just as you are. So whatever is going to this Judgment card that's here, whatever is going to happen is going to start at some point in December, and it's going to take off like a flash. We have the Princess of Swords, the Page of Swords. So you have 3 pages here. This is all youthful energy, young, not very inexperienced, lack of knowledge of their suit. So you're going to be doing a lot of learning, and you're going to see that you have a lot to learn, because these cards, you know, this card in particular is about learning how to keep your mouth shut. It really is. When people are picking on you, just keep your mouth shut. Don't engage. You know, they're eventually going to stop. If you don't engage it, they're going to stop. And then you need to take a look at, why is it so easy for these people to rip my heart out? What is it about what they're saying that's true for me, that I don't like to know is true for me? And why do I need this crown to hide behind? I don't need this. You know, I have everything I need. I don't need to prove anything to anybody. And then this card, you know, something is out of its element in this card. There's something not in its element. It's either the little fish or it's the octopus, one or the other, but they don't live in the same kind of water. So there's something missing. So you need to find out, what is that's missing for you personally, internally? Because what I see is Cancer, who has a great sense of humor, very loving and warm and welcoming to people, very hospitable, psychic ability off the charts, beautiful people. You need to find for yourself what that is. And it has to do with your mind, your spirit, which then your mind and your spirit, which then show up in the outside world of who you are. Who am I? Walk into my home and you'll see who I am. All right? Get in my car, you'll see who I am. Where do I work? You'll see who I am. Okay, these are the manifestations. On this Princess of Swords, I have the four of Wands. This is a card of great celebration. Celebration because something has been completed. So perhaps you completed an education of some kind recently. That's possible. And there's a big party for you. All right? Or you're getting married. That's possible too. All right, so now you've got this nostalgia in your near future. And nostalgia is okay, but was it really that good? I'm wondering, you know, it's possible that you had some really good times, but, you know, are you telling yourself stories Are you making up stories about how things used to be? And why are you thinking about how great things used to be? Aren't they great now? And if they're not, why not? What can you do to make them great right now? And then we have, that's the big question. What can I do to make my life great? A time that I will want to always remember. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we could make every day a day that we always want to remember? That would be really cool. After that, we have the Princess of Coins, which is the energy driving you right now. We have the Princess of Wands, which is the energy outside of you that encourages you. What is the word I want to say? It has an influence on you. So the Page of Coins is about the material world. Usually is a student. Possibly could be a message coming in, but I'm going to say the student. You're learning about the material world, something about it. You're also learning about the world of the Suit of Wands, which is passionate, fiery, spiritual, very spiritual, and truth seekers. They're truth seekers. And by truth seeker, I don't mean what's right and what's wrong. I'm saying they want to know what is real. What is real and what is important to me? What is real and important to me? And that's a good question to be asking yourself right now, Cancer, because we have the mask here that you feel the need to wear. And believe me, you're not the only one. Everybody wakes up one day and says, "Oh my God, I've been wearing this mask. Why am I doing this?" And that's how the journey begins, to really finding out who we are. So you're not alone in that. And it takes time. We peel it off and peel it off. It's like that onion, peeling the layers. So the mask may change. It's just a new mask. And, and eventually, the end goal is to finally not be wearing a mask and being all wrinkled and old. That's the end goal. But, so this Princess of Wands, what is your truth? What's important to you? Because if you don't know these things when we don't know these things about ourselves, what are we transmitting to the outside world? Who are we attracting? Right? We're not attracting people who are really our people, All right. Next up is the Nine of Swords. Yeah, a little scary. A little scary to be asked to be doing this work, this internal work, looking at who we are, who we think we are, the kind of stories we tell ourselves about who we are. It's time to get real, and that's a little scary. But you know what? There's a real benefit to this, because your possible outcome is that, well, I'm going to say you're going to be called up to something higher. You're going to be eventually have a position of leadership. And this is the second sign that got this card. I think Gemini also got this card. But you're going to be you're going to be called to something greater than you ever realized was possible for you. You can do it. You'll be divinely guided to do it. But you really, really need to do this work on yourself because when you accept this call, and that's what it is, it's a call to something greater. It's an unselfish call. It's a call in answer to the divine and the archangels and the ascended masters. You know what? Having stuff about yourself that you don't know that can be, trigger you, not good. Not good. Won't work. Won't be working for you. So, Cancer, that is your reading for this month for the month of December. You know that, the mother is here supporting you. She knows who you are. She knows exactly who you are, and she loves you. And she wants you to be happy and fulfilled and joyful and a bright light in the world. And that's, you can do that. That's what your job is. That's your job this time around. Okay? So listen to her call. She's going to be calling you. All right? Good luck. You're on a new journey. It's going to be very exciting, Cancer. Going into 2022, big time as well. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.